Hey, you guys know you guys got only 24 hours, right? That's all you got to send these videos. 24 hours. Tomorrow night, midnight. Monday night at midnight. Don't send them in no later than that, or else I ain't gonna take them. I got a good amount of entries right now. But guess what? I feel like somebody could still take that number one spot. Somebody could still take that number one spot. You know, we got a few people that's cooking. You know what I mean? A few people that's cooking. Few people that could they could actually resend theirs. You know what I mean? If they resend theirs, it might be more fire. If they don't, you know what I mean? Stumble. If you stumble in a submission, you might want to just refilm it real quick. Or if you didn't get something off right that you want to get off better, you should have. You know what I mean? Resend it. You know what I mean? Make sure it's 100% because if that stumble makes you be number two instead of number one, you're gonna regret it. So shout out to all the people that have already sent them in. Right now I got 13 or 14, I think. And so yeah, shout out to everybody. I already listed them. 14 to 1. I already listed them. So I already know the list right now. I already got them in order. So if I'm telling you that somebody could probably take the number one spot, if someone comes in there with 16 bars of hot dial on fire, guess what? You might jump all those 14 people and get that number one spot. Never know. But anyway, I sat down with Minnesota Luke, and if you guys don't know who Minnesota Luke is, he's a battle rap historian. He pretty much knows everything about battle rap that's ever happened. So getting his perspective on a Gnome 7 breakdown is really dope. Just because he, you know, what I mean, he brings the historical side to it. I'm talking like dude knows all the stuff from back in the 1990s that happened in battle rap. Like every single matchup that you could possibly imagine, that dude's got it written down. You know what I mean? It's pretty incredible, really. So I hope you guys enjoy this. You know what I mean? It's a pretty dope breakdown. It's a pretty long breakdown, but you guys should stick around because it's pretty funny. It's got a lot of good content, and you know what I mean? It's a Rome DMV prediction blog. So you guys already know what it is, man. And also make sure, also if you guys have troubles emailing it to me, you can just upload your video to YouTube. You know what I mean? Just upload your video to YouTube and link me in the email. Just link me to the YouTube, and I'll watch your video that way. And don't forget, it's not just the Gnome ticket. You get the Goonies hoodie. And we gonna do a prediction blog with you. So I want to hear your predictions on this card. You know what I mean? I want to get your input. You know what I mean? Because you're the winner. You know what I mean? You got the best bars, so I want to hear your input on who you think's going to win each battle. And I definitely want to get a recap with you. So we're gonna do that too. So I mean, you know what I mean? Don't miss out. But here it is, man. It's the Gnome 7 breakdown with me and Minnesota Luke. Hope you guys enjoy it, man.
What's good, Joe? It's your boy Rome DMV, and I'm here today with Minnesota Luke, man, the man, the myth, the legend. You know what I mean? So we gonna talk about Nome, man. We gonna go down the card. So, ill will, man.
Well, yeah, from Pontiac, Michigan, and Pontiac's a super cool city because it's a very small city. It's like 40,000, 50,000. But Ill Will comes from there, Snow comes from there, JC comes from there, a whole bunch of people come from there. A lot of talent out there, and Ill Will really reps it hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ill Will's a very aggressive battler. He's a very, energetic battler. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that with
Briz
Briz.
Rothstein. I mean, that's so it's like okay. Then you got Briz. He's from like another considered small town, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, yeah,
So
and I think that's kind of cool how battle rap kind of transcends the markets that are usually centered in the bigger cities. So you have cities like Pontiac, you have cities like Stockton, or Briz. He's from North Carolina. What's the name of the city? Do you know right offhand?
not Charlotte.
It's not Charlotte.
Not
It's,
Winston Salem.
we'll remember it later in the
Park.
interview.
He's from Park.
I'm just
The
gonna
Park.
jump in the middle of it. But so yeah, I mean that's cool. And similarly to Ill Will, Briz has a lot of energy. So
Yeah.
I like that as well.
Yeah.
And I think they should put that kind of at the beginning of the event, or possibly if there's kind of a lull, like maybe like a longer break, put it back in there to get the crowd kind of hype again. Because them two, I mean that's
It's gonna be aggressive.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna be they're gonna be bargaining. I think this
Yeah.
battle is actually gonna be pretty disrespectful. Like I don't see people talking about that, but they're both some pretty disrespectful dudes. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like them two getting on each other. Like Ill Will's gonna be talking about fucking his mom, and Briz is gonna be talking about all the crazy shit he's gonna do to his mom. So it's like
Right.
I think that battle might be definitely dope with aggression. But I mean, who do you got though? That's the question.
In terms of the winner, I probably have Ill Will just because he's one of my favorites. I would say. I mean, like I fuck with Briz too. I really like Briz, but I don't know. There's something like very unique about Ill Will. Ill Will is kind of like a calico to me in a way. It's hard to explain, but there's just something about him that you can't really put your finger on that is so great about him. So I guess we'll find out and see, how he does.
Okay.
But I don't think it's gonna be a wash by any means. I don't see that happening either way. Even if Ill Will doesn't win, I doubt unless something happens where there's personal issues with them. I doubt it's gonna be a wash either way.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, they both haven't battled since the last Nome. So they both went from one Nome to Nome. They didn't do any battles, any small battles in between, nothing like that. So really, there's no excuses for either one of them. You know what I mean? It's not like everyone else on the card. A lot of other people on the card have had a battle in between since that Nome.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But yeah, do you think, let's talk about like Ill Will and Brizz's current stock. Where do you think that they rank? Is Brizz above?
So this is definitely your area. I look way in the past. You focus more on current. I mean, in my mind, it's hard to say because Ill Will was kind of quote, and I just want to say this in quotes, gone for so long, and so it's kind of hard because it's like if battle fans have only been watching for the past year or something like that, they might say Briz might be above him. But if you remember further back, to Summer Madness 3, or if you even do further back to that, like the local Pontiac leagues and everything,
Mike Murders and all that.
It's hard to say, right? It's hard to say. So, I mean, stock-wise, this is a hard question. I don't know. What about you?
I personally feel like they're damn near the same. Like, because when Ill Will came and he was running through everybody on URL, running through B Magic, and then all of a sudden he had those back-to-back matches. It was DNA and Tay-Rock, I believe, were his back-to-back. Yeah. Were his back-to-back matches that he lost. The general consensus says he lost both of them. DNA really nobody says that he won that one. But I don't know. I think that since then he left, like you said, he left for like about 2 years off URL.
Off of URL. I mean, he was around, so he was still doing his thing. So
on RBE and stuff like that.
It's hard to say in terms of stock. It's all about what people are familiar with at the time. So it's hard to say like whose stock, depending on if you're talking to me or if you're talking to random guy from the line at the event. It depends on who you ask.
Yeah,
I think both of them are extremely talented. Both of them are. It's just gonna be a great battle, I think.
Yeah,
so.
Definitely is.
Yeah.
All right, so next battle on the card, man. Av and Shotgun Suge. Av and Shotgun Suge. This is gonna be a goodie. It's been a lot of shit talking back and forth lately, man. So what you think about it? What you think about everyone thinking that Av is gonna kill Suge off the rip?
So you were at the last event, right?
Yeah.
And so it hasn't came out yet, but Av versus O-Red, I heard it was kind of a surprise. I heard that O-Red, a surprise to some people, that Av clearly lost to O-Red. Is that
he didn't clearly lose to O-Red. It's like Av had a great first round.
Okay.
Then he had an okay second round. Then he had a lackluster third.
Okay.
But the thing about the third round is O-Red choked in the third. So it's like, do you like, he had a lackluster third, O-Red had a 30-second choke in a decent round. So who do you give the round to?
Right.
That's why in my recap, I just gave it to O-Red because the choke, he played it off really well too. Like a lot of people in the building didn't realize that he was choking. Like,
chokes are hard things to judge. Like how do you judge a choke?
Yeah.
When you're basing quality, and then if a choke, if someone chokes for 5 seconds, do you take less time away than if they would have choked less points away than if it was 15 seconds? They're very subjective questions. So
I think it goes every battle to battle. Honestly.
Right,
you
exactly.
Gotta look at the situation. Like
the thing about Av though, this is the thing about Av is that, and I hate to say this, Av, if you're watching. At some point, you have to fuck up. You have done so good, so consistently, and not just consistently good, but consistently like crazy good. That man, you have to fuck up at some point, right? Like
You know what's crazy?
No one just keeps doing that well.
QP said the same thing. He said, when I came in, we didn't have to give a perfect performance every time. But all you new guys coming in, you have to be perfect coming in, and then you have to stay perfect.
Yeah.
And that's something that all the vets don't have to deal with. They don't have to deal with staying perfect.
That's true.
They don't. But all the new guys have to be perfect, or else what is it? We never want to see Mike P again. He's not perfect.
Yeah.
Like
fans are definitely kind of fickle when it comes to that. However, I would say that, Av is at the point where I think if he fucks up, yes, we're going to have some people who are...
What do you mean by fuck up, though? Like what?
Like
a clear loss?
So, I mean, it depends, because he could... I think regardless of what happens, it would affect him. So if he did horrible, which I don't see happening, then people would say something bad about that. But even if he does average, people are still going to have a problem with that because they're so used to Av.
And that's the thing,
good,
is Av was not bad against O-Red. He was simply average. That's it.
That's what happens nowadays. Or it's very similar to when Legends return. When Legends return, they if they don't have a 11 out of 10 performance, it's he fell off, and it's like that's not. I mean, like you gotta judge. So yeah, it's hard. It's hard. However, Shotgun Suge is an interesting case in battle rap because that's who he's battling, right? Off the top of my head. Okay, okay. So Shotgun Suge's pretty interesting in battle rap in that I wouldn't say sort of people kind of looked at him as a joke at the very beginning of his career. It's like, oh yeah, put him against Shotgun Suge, or maybe Shotgun Suge could do that, and people were just kind of like, especially when the super bar heavy stuff was popularized, people were like, the Shotgun Suge style of writing and things like that.
It's outdated now.
But then he kept doing what he does, and he didn't really change anything at all. He didn't even get better. I don't think he ever got better. I think he always stayed good.
Yeah.
Shotgun Suge versus Calico is the same Shotgun Suge that I think we're going to see at this thing. Shotgun Suge 5 years ago is the same Shotgun Suge today, but for some reason fans came and lately understood that he was good. So
I think it's that he's a vet that's staying consistent. I think that's more of it. I think it's just that all the other vets are doing so terribly. It's like, Suge is being consistent. Thank you.
True.
True. You know what I'm saying? Thank you.
True, but I also feel like he was shat on by fans.
He definitely wasn't seen as top tier to me. Like I don't think anyone saw him as top tier 2 years ago.
Right.
Which is crazy to me. But now he's top tier. Why? Because all the other top tiers are gone or retired or fell off. So.
Well, and I think that's one of the problems with a tier system. And obviously you have to rank people somehow.
Yeah.
But it's if somebody has their own style that is so different, and Shotgun Suge's another that he has a very different style. Yeah. How do you compare him to maybe what's popular at the time? It's almost like they're doing two different things. Like, how do you compare a basketball player to a baseball player? Yes, they're both sports. It's a weird comparison, but sort of what I mean. It's
just two different styles.
Okay, for the battle, let's see.
We got to do predictions.
You go first.
All right, I'm gonna say Av. I'm going to say Av 2-1. And the reason I'm going to say 2-1 is simply because of the O-Red battle. Because of what I saw with O-Red.
Right.
And the thing is, I don't think that Av was trying to be average. I think Av was coming in there to rip O-Red's head off. And he just didn't. So I think that Av's going to get 2 rounds. But I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, it's crazy to say, but O-Red was the first person Av's size that he battled. Now, if that makes any sense, when you're looking at 2 people on a stage, when we were looking at Av beat chest up on stage, arm swinging over rock like I'm shoving him out all the way, and then he's battling O-Red, and he's sitting here 5 feet away from him on the stage, just rapping at him.
They're the same size. I would have never.
Av's probably about 6'1", 6'2". He's a big dude.
I've seen both of them in real life, but I've never seen them in the same room.
Yeah, they seemed about the same size. Wow. You know what I mean? And so and Av was sitting here across the stage from him rapping, saying all the way from over here. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, okay. He's not gonna if he didn't get in O-Red's face and bark on O-Red, he's not gonna get in Suge's face and bark on Suge.
Right.
He's not. But what is Suge gonna? Suge already said he's gonna pocket tap him.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna pocket tap him. He just ain't gonna know when it's coming. Like it's gonna happen. Like we know it's gonna happen. But like Suge is gonna be all up in Av's face the entire battle. That is why. But I still have Av winning simply because I feel Av is better. But that doesn't take away from the fact that Suge might have the advantage coming into the battle now.
Right.
He might.
I would say Av has a lot of qualities that you don't see in, and this is total quote, new battlers. Just the confidence that he brings. Like I watch him and I'm like, dude, you've been doing this for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how you're this good at it. You know, in terms of the other things, not just writing, not just bars, not just things like that, but everything.
Performance, knowing how to make the bar land.
Yeah. I mean, he's so good.
Yeah.
You know, usually I might be like, oh, Shotgun Shugs might win because he has the veteran advantage. But I don't think that's going to play here. Like, I don't see Av having any problem with this kind of crowd. I don't think Av's going to have a problem.
He's back on the big stage.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
another thing that he said. Like, he was like, I don't know about these small rooms. Like, cause it seemed a lot different on the small room than versus Chess at Nome.
I have Av winning too.
Okay.
Again, I don't think it's going to be a wash because Shotgun Shug's pretty consistent. As long as he cares about the battle, he'll do his thing and he'll do good.
Yeah.
I think it'll be Av winning though.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Also, I never said who I got. Briz and Ill Will. I just remembered I got Ill Will. So
I got Ill Will. Okay.
Yeah, I got Ill Will too. But next battle, Tay Rock and Chess, man. Let's talk. Like, okay, we could talk about this battle forever. The reason is I feel like, and Sue Surf, they're not Sue Surf. Who pointed this out? Somebody pointed it out on PSA. Shout out to them. That Chess lost his last battle on Nome, and then gets Tay Rock on Nome. Yeah. And we all know that Tay Rock is going for that hollow matchup.
Yeah.
So I don't get why this battle makes sense now. But since it's happening now, it means so much though. Because if Chess goes in there and beats Tay Rock, do we want to see Tay Rock versus Hollow?
I guess.
Like legitimately, what does that do with Chess's career if Chess beats Tay Rock? He just lost to Av, but he beats Tay Rock. What happens?
Well, that's not gonna happen.
You don't think he's gonna?
Unless something crazy happens. If Tay Rock again has personal issues in his life or didn't get a good night rest or gets sick or something, I think that Chess could win. And I don't mean that as an insult. Chess is good to me, but Tay Rock is on a whole other level, and he also has... we were talking about this earlier. I think he has the veteran qualities. I mean, this dude's been going... I want to say his battles on Mixtape Legends was 2003 or 2004, so he's been doing it for a long time.
Damn, he was like 15, 16.
He was 15 years old when he battled Michael Wayne, I want to say off the top of my head. And that was... He already knew what he was doing at that point, so you can imagine off camera he had already been doing it.
That's dope.
And so, I mean, he's been doing it forever. And on top of that, he is a crowd favorite. Not that like the crowd dislikes Chess, but again, Chess is not on the same level as Tay Rock in terms of that either. I think there is not an area, I can't picture right now, there's an area that Chess is better than Tay Rock at. I could be wrong. Maybe you have some thoughts on that, but I can't think.
Well, let's just go down on the main ones. Performance. Who got better performance? Tay Rock or Chess? Okay. Delivery.
Tay Rock.
Stage presence.
Tay Rock. Yeah.
Crowd control.
Tay Rock.
What else? What other categories are there? Like
bars and stuff. But
yeah, bars.
I feel like that's probably
creativity.
Like
Creativity,
close to like again, and I don't want anyone to watch it take this as Minnesota Luke shitting on Chess because I'm not. Yeah. I just think in this specific case, and who knows, maybe just based on everything I've seen in the past from Chess, I don't see that. There's no reason to believe. There's no reason to believe that he's going to beat Tay Rock.
I think that's the thing. I think that's literally it. Because Chess is known to give away around.
That's all.
Like you go say he's known to give away around. That's all simply because of his, you know what I mean? That's all
that
issues.
That's all that predictions really are anyway. Is basically averaging out everything or considering certain factors like, oh, his last 2 have been bad, but so so that's how I'm doing it. I'm taking like their last 8 battles or whatever and averaging it out, and then also considering the qualities. I think a big thing is also the big stage. Chess has been on some, but Tay Rock has been on so many. He's been on so many that it's like he's in his own living room. You know what I'm saying? It's
the fans love Tay Rock,
and they love him.
Like,
they love him. They love
everybody
Justin,
loves
but
Tay Rock.
not the same level.
This is what I think is going to happen in that battle. I think that Tay Rock is going to come out with. I think this is going to be the first battle where we don't see a typical first round from Tay Rock.
Okay, what do you think he's going to do?
I think Tay Rock is going to be pissed first round. He's going to be mad. They got him beat up here battling a child. Oh no! Like Tay Rock get crazy. Like there's no reason. First round, get in this little man's face. Like what did Jay Black say? If you sweat, you don't lose. That's what. Last time he was really profusely sweating in a battle was versus Ill Will. That second round.
Yeah.
Check him that Smith like Emmett Till Will. Like ever since then, what was he doing against Sharon? He was chilling. I ain't giving you pity pat. You know what I mean? He was chilling. Whatever he say, he's chilling. You know what I mean? So
Tay Rock's also another interesting case, just like Shock and Shug, where people were sleeping on him for years. He was a URL regular forever and ever and ever and ever. And I even remember being in the Summer Madness 3 line and people saying, they were saying who is Will, but they were also saying who is Tay Rock, and so I think the really core fans definitely knew who he was. Like how would you not by that point?
Yeah.
But the people who make up battle rap fans, the vast majority of them are not like me and you where they're super into it. It's just like sports where there's some people who are super into it and then people who just kind of casually follow it, and that's the majority of battle rap fans. So before Summer Madness 3, I want to say, right before Summer Madness 3, he had Battle B Magic. So I think his, was starting to come up.
That was before Summer Madness 3.
And, I mean,
I think the battle where he really started sticking out was Tay Rock versus Cortez. I think that was like the first like really like his first not his first URL, but the URL battle that like propelled.
But that's
him.
the point, is that before that he was on URL for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say a long time, but like
he was on URL. Though.
He had been around for a long time, just in general. Like I said, since 03, 04 ish, on camera. And people, and again, I think he's another one that's like Suge, that he didn't change much, but fans just started appreciating him. However, I do think he's gotten better as the years have progressed. Like if you watch his old battles are his new battles are better than his old battles. Yeah. But overall, it didn't change. It wasn't like this much of a shift. It was more like that much. Okay. But his perception among fans was
way bigger.
Way bigger. So, do we agree that, I think unless something happens, like you know what I'm saying, like
I'm gonna say Tay Rock second and third round, just because I want him to win the first round. Like I want Tay Rock to come out in the first round and just beating on this nigga like my dollar stuck. Like I want to do all that, you know what I mean? I want to do all that good stuff.
After saying Tay Rock's name like a million times, I'm starting to just figure out in my head. It's kind of a strange Tay Rock, like Tay Rock. I don't know. The Tay and then Rock.
Hey, someone can be named Fettuccine 20, man.
So. Right. Okay, yeah. No, I'm just saying it that many times. I'm like, is that a real word? No, well, I mean, it's not. But is that a real battler name? I don't know. But yeah.
All right, fair enough. So we both got Tay Rock. Yeah. All right. Next one, man. We got Goods and T-Top. This one's interesting.
This is gonna be a weird battle.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Anyway. There's gonna be no agreement on who wins. The thing is, you can, for some reason, and I don't understand it. People whose opinions I respect super heavy, like the people that I look up to in battle rap and stuff, they will give Goods battles that I'm like, how is that possible? How is it possible that you would give him that battle? There's like, for example, Goods versus Verb. I know a bunch of people I respect who are like, Goods won that. How? How is that possible?
Off of swagger alone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he's somebody that I generally just don't understand. Like I understand his quality overall. Like he's a good battler, But there's a lot of battles where people will say that he won, and I'm like, how in the world did you arrive at that conclusion? What did you do that got you here? You know what I'm saying? So
Because he was holding the Henny with so much swag. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like
he already won the battle before he started rapping. That's his swagger. Like,
let me ask you, who won Goods versus Hollow?
Hollow.
Yeah, that's what I say too. But there are people who say if it wasn't for the third round with the bottle, that Goods would have won. And I'm like, I don't understand how you could possibly believe that. Like, but these are people I respect, so I have to really look at their opinions and be like, maybe they have some truth to it. I say that to say this, that the same thing's going to happen with this. It doesn't matter what happens in this battle. T-Top could go absolutely crazy. And it would still be debatable. There's something about Goods that somehow everything's debatable. He could show up and just drink Henny on the stage and not rap. And
he's probably gonna get a cheer. Like, just
go. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I think in the building for sure they'll say T-Top won just because I think he knows how to do the crowd a lot.
Remember,
better.
in the building, T-Top clearly beat Surf in the building. A lot of people had T-Top, and that's all you heard was T-Top 2-1, maybe 3-0. Then it comes out on cam, Surf got the first 2 rounds. Like, what is everybody talking about? You know what I mean? So it's like, that in the building versus on cam stuff.
That's a real thing. And if I can speak on that for 1 second, I was at, what event did this happen at? Nome. I was at Nome 3, and Hollow battled Surf. And I remember in the building, I bet a guy from Jersey that Hollow would win because even the guy from Jersey was like, oh, Surf's going to win and everything, right? So I bet him, I think I did $40 or something like that. I didn't do it too high because I was, And then even though I was rooting for Hollow, at the time in the building, I was like, oh, dude, Surf won that. Here's your money. Because in the building, everyone I was talking to in the building was like, yeah, dude, Surf got that. Surf got that. I was telling everybody in the forums. I was telling everybody on Twitter. I was telling everybody all the different places. Yeah, clearly Surf won. Clearly Surf won. Clearly Surf won. It comes out, Hollow won that. I don't know. Like, literally, man, if you watching right now, we're at Nome 3. It was Nome 3. And saw that battle, comment who you thought won that live. Because live, I didn't see a single person in that audience who had Hollow winning. But when
all the updates I saw was Surf. That's all it was on the updates.
It's. I think live T-Top will win, and then when it comes out, there's gonna be a bunch of debate about it.
Okay, fair enough. So you think Goods is gonna be better on cam than in the building?
No. T-Top is gonna win live, like
in the building.
In the building, yeah.
You don't think Goods is gonna take it in the building?
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
Goods is in the building rapping.
Okay.
He even says that. He says, I don't rap for the camera. I rap to shake the building. That's what he says.
However, I disagree with that. I actually think it's the exact opposite for Goods. I think that yes, he does very good with live crowds. However, I do see kind of a difference in that T-Top is a fan favorite, and B, I feel like even though Goods is the veteran, I feel like T-Top knows how to control the crowd better. And I know that's I know people are gonna have so many angry comments. Goods knows how to control the crowd in a different way. He doesn't know, and I'll say it like this: Goods knows how to control the crowd in terms of when I haven't gone yet, you're quiet, or when things like that. T-Top knows how to control the crowd, in my opinion, better when it comes to things like landing punches and then connecting that with the audience and kind of not forcing them to react, but
inviting them
in to do it.
Okay.
So it's hard though. You totally have a point about the Goods thing. I didn't even really register that, but I do think live people are gonna have T-Top winning, and I think that when it drops in camera.
How did people see Aver versus Goods in the building?
I wasn't at that one.
So. I wasn't either. Because from like the updates, most people had Goods in the building.
Yeah.
And then it came out on cam, and most people were like, Aver got it. You know what I mean? That's why it was interesting what you're saying that like T-Top would get in the building and Goods would get it on cam.
I'll tell you right now, we're gonna get angry comments because the thing is that Goods is the king of presence. He is the king of presence in battle rap. So me saying that people are gonna have a huge problem with. But I didn't mean it like that. I mean it as though he knows how to control people, but T-Top knows how to kind of connect what he's bringing. You know what I'm saying? Like Goods could do a better job standing in front of the crowd. T-Top could do a better job rapping, I think, and connecting that with the crowd. Okay. Like Goods could control a crowd and stand there for 15 minutes silent, and he could do that. T-Top couldn't do that. But I think in terms of connecting the material to the crowd, I think T-Top will do better at that. And like I said, I'm expecting so many angry comments for that. But that is how I'm.
Hey, if it's how you feel, it's how you feel. This is what it is.
There's only one more left, right?
Yeah, there's only one more. We got some main event, I guess. Is it a main event? Like a T-Rex versus K-Shine, you know what I mean? How do you feel about it? Like, how do you feel about T-Rex right now? Like, how do you feel about literally T-Rex as a battler right now?
I think T-Rex is the most, if not the most, one of the most underrated battlers in all the battle rap. At one point, he was overrated at one point, around Summer Madness 2 time. But now, especially with the years passing, and especially with his performances being lackluster, and especially with older fans kind of leaving and newer fans coming in, you know, his level of respect or his level of agreed on respect is much lower than it should be. People don't even understand or realize that, you know, he's been doing this since, I want to say his first battle was on camera versus Omar in 2003, and that's just on camera. So like he was doing it before.
Yeah.
But he has so many different things that, and so many lines and so many moments and so many battles that are just like monumental, and so many great things that he's brought to the table that if, let's say for example, he stopped battling in 2011 and he hasn't battled since. Let's just say
came back on this card.
People would be like, the GOAT is returning.
The GOAT is back. Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I think, and this might also get some angry comments. I think that T-Rex is light years ahead of Murder Mook. Light years ahead of Murder Mook.
You know, actually, a lot of people say that.
Light years ahead of Murder Mook.
I've seen that a lot. I don't personally have an opinion on it simply because, like, when you go back and look at it, it's like when people say, oh, like all the great Mook battles, you know what I mean? And then it's like a lot of people say, what, he's only got like how many, like 2 or 3, like how many battles like on cam, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not that many. It's like
rarity in battle rap really increases your buzz like crazy. Like for example, Serious Jones is a good example of that. Serious Jones, when he came back in Summer Madness 2, the buzz was through the roof. Serious Jones is coming back. Yep. However, he's battled now, I want to say 5 times in the past year. So now that I hear that he's battling in Don't Flop later, I'm like, oh, that's cool that he's going to the UK, but
who cares?
Same thing with Iron Solomon, same thing with that. So I think if T-Rex, along with a lot of other guys who have continued, had stopped at some point, they're stuck. It's just like when, another comment going to make people angry, Biggie and Tupac, when they were killed, because the rarity, like, you will never get.
Damn, you think so?
You will never get songs from them ever again because they're fucking dead, right? So instantly, same thing. Whenever
their songs have more value.
Yes, whenever something becomes rare, it becomes. You could
more
say
valuable.
You could say the same thing about Awkwards. Awkwards right now could come back and he could demand a big opponent. Back in the day when Awkwards was still like battle rapping, he couldn't make those demands, but he has a much higher like ability to.
You know who's a perfect example is Soul Khan.
Soul-Khan's a perfect example.
If Soul Khan came back, he could probably be on the Summer Madness stage right now.
He could demand. Imagine if Cassidy had battled 25 times in the past 10 years, let's say.
Okay.
25 times in the past 10 years. Do you think he could ask for $250,000 or whatever it was? No. People would be like, dude, I'll give you $1,000. You know, you know what I'm saying? So rarity really. I say that to say this. I think that T-Rex is generally agreed upon, like respect. Could be much higher if he just stopped battling. So I think he's very underrated. I think K-Shine at the same time.
You're saying like pretty much if you're a legend,
you
need to stop rapping at a point. Like
battlers need to battle less. Like just in general across the board, need to battle less. Like it doesn't matter if you're a new guy or a veteran. When was Big T the best? Big T was the best when he was battling once a year. You know what I'm saying? He's getting back to that setup, but he was the best when he was battling once a year. And it helps your performance, it helps your stock, all those different things. But anyway, I say that because I think K-Shine is going to be the crowd favorite. I think he's going to be the favorite for most people watching because he's been in the past 3 years or so
Yeah.
The one who's been dominant, the one who's been successful, the one who's had the good battles and all that type of stuff. So,
Fuck around and walk through.
but who knows? I mean, who knows what T-Rex will do? You know,
If he throws that hat. Yeah, I just want to know if this battle's gonna get personal. Like you're a historian. So do you think that this is gonna be the most personal battle ever, or are they just not gonna?
So here's what comes down to for me. I would say that it comes down to if they legitimately have issues with each other, or if it's a for camera type of thing. Because I have no idea. It could be set up. It could be a real thing. I have no idea if they actually have issues, or if this is a ploy to make this battle happen. I have no idea. So I think that will depend, or that will really influence what happens. But let's just assume that they really do have issues, or let's assume kind of middle of the road. They have issues. They don't hate each other. I think it still could. T-Rex is kind of the villain of battle rap. Like, he doesn't care if people like him, you know what I'm saying? So
what did he say versus Ishmael? He said, yeah, I recycled, and I'll do it again if I want to. I was like, you tell him, Rex. Like, I don't know. Oh man, I don't know.
Rex doesn't give a fuck. And like he is, yeah, he's amazing. Like, so I think Rex at his best. Rex at his best. So let's assume Rex comes at his best.
Yeah.
Let's assume both of them come at their best. There's no way that K-Shine wins, in my opinion.
Really?
There's no way. There's no way. T-Rex.
If we see the best K-Shine and the best T-Rex, there's no way K-Shine's winning.
I think.
So you think the T-Rex at his best is better than K-Shine at his best?
Yes, absolutely. And I know that's another thing that people are not going to be happy with me saying, but I think that's absolutely true.
What's the best K-Shine ever? DNA?
JC? I think both of those are the most overrated performances of all time. In general,
was fire. What are you talking about?
Oh, I disagree.
First JC, that was the Michael Jackson.
Or he had a good 20 seconds.
Okay, JC.
He had a good 20 seconds.
But that was a moment in battle rap that people remember forever. Like,
he had a good 20 seconds in that battle. JC won that battle.
But do we remember what JC said in the battle?
No, I don't remember a word he said. I don't remember a word.
That's the point. So who won the war in that battle?
The war, K-Shine won.
Yeah, but JC won the battle.
I think
so. What matters, winning the battle or the war?
I think the best K-Shine is versus Surf at Summer Madness 1.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that was like remarkable. Like,
I mean, for them, yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of another like K-Shine at his best. The thing is this: is you can do.
Was Verb like, or was Verb just?
That's another performance I think was not that good, and everyone. I think that the thing is about K-Shine is I think he has these really big and awesome moments. You know what I'm saying? And so, can he do that for 3 rounds? If it was the best T-Rex ever, who could have 3 great rounds, can K-Shine do a Michael Jackson scheme 3 rounds straight? You know what I'm saying? And I don't think
you
it's
might
possible.
have a point.
So I think T-Rex has more experience with doing 3 rounds of quality, whereas K-Shine does have his like crazy moments that are very popular and then also very good. But okay, let me ask you: do you remember anything else that he said versus JC?
Nope.
Do you remember anything else that he did versus DNA besides the little molecule stuff?
That was all he needed.
No, I mean
I'll show you how to break down DNA.
That was hot. That was hot.
Fire.
But I don't remember anything else. I remember DNA rapped over a fucking beat.
Put on a beat. That's what I remember. Like,
you know what I'm saying? But
nope. You know what? Nope. I'll get some body wash. Remember that whole where your old leg, whatever that the whole bath soap scheme he did.
Oh, it was a bath soap scheme.
Yeah,
sounds great.
He went through all the bath soaps. He went through Dove, Olay. He went through everything. It was fire.
No, I mean, like I don't want anyone watching to think that I hate K-Shine or something. But I think
speaking facts. I think
clearly at both of their bests, T-Rex would win. However, I'm going to say K-Shine wins the battle because I don't think we're going to get the best T-Rex. Who knows what he's going to come with. But B, I think if T-Rex, and I hate to say this, I feel like if T-Rex tried his hardest now, he couldn't be the same T-Rex. Who knows if that's true? Because what's to say that that the past performances he hasn't been trying? Maybe he has.
That'd be sad.
And T-Rex is this over. Who knows?
This battle's going to show
I don't want that to be the case because T-Rex is one of my favorites. Again, T-Rex at his best. Like I think my top 5 is like T-Rex, Calico, I have way too many people in my top 5. I got like 20 people in my top 5, but he's one of the 5.
I mean, people like to say the general consensus is Mook, Hollow, and who's the third person? Lux. Yeah, Mook, Hollow, Lux, and then that fourth one is like.
If you're doing okay,
put in there.
That's
a lot of
that's a
people
whole
put
other
Rex.
block. That's a whole other block. But Rex or Arsenal would fit there, I believe. Rex, Arsenal, or Hitman would all fit there, I think.
You think Hitman's over Averb?
Or Averb. Yes. Too damn hard.
Yeah. Top 4 is.
Although, and I know you're gonna hate this, the Source is definitely in there, and I know.
In where?
Comments.
Top 30?
Nah, bro. Oh, nah, in that Mount Rushmore, bro. The Source is up on there, guaranteed.
The Source is above Hitman Hollow.
Oh yeah. Not stopwise. Hitman's like the most popular battler alive, but if we're talking about, and this is a whole other block, but if we're talking resume, impact, accomplishments, things like that. But if we're talking about view count, if we're talking about number of fans, popularity. Oh, Hitman wins clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly, like there's no comparison.
But also the impact that you've made on battle rap. If you remove the Source completely and remove Hitman Hollow completely, who are you missing more?
Source, clearly, because he created multiple scenes. If it wasn't for the Source, you could make the argument that Grind Time didn't happen. If it wasn't for the Source, because he was the first main event. Not the first main event. The first main event for the West Coast was him versus Madness, and that really propelled Grind Time to the next level. And also him at Scribble, him at the WRCs, kind of popularized the idea of more organized stuff.
And actually winning a battle.
Outside of, and it's weird terminology, but the street stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So, he would be in there, and so...
But that's the thing, can you be on Mount Rushmore for never coming to the urban side?
I mean, he's came to the urban side. I don't think he did particularly well versus Cortez, but I mean, he's battled in New York.
I forgot about that battle.
But
nobody remembers.
Okay, but let's put it this way: if you've never went to California to battle, why is Mook on that Mount Rushmore? He left New York City 2 times in his career to battle. We only have footage for 1. He battled Joey Jihad right here in Philly. And he battled Swan and Marv 1 in Detroit, but a certain person will not release the damn footage. So
a certain person, okay.
I can't.
So the footage is there.
The footage is there, but they won't release it.
Of Murder Mook versus
Marv 1 and Swan.
From what year?
So 2004 was their first Detroit event, and it was right after the first one. So it should be late. It should be mid 2004. I have the date somewhere, but I don't know right after.
And someone has footage of this and isn't putting it out.
Yep.
For what?
Because this is
let's talk about it.
Yeah. So basically, what was popular in the Midwest, with Scribble Jam, with all those other things, it didn't really impact the Detroit scene. But the understanding was that you didn't use written lyrics. You went there and you freestyle off the top of your head, or maybe you had some shit, but you mixed it, right?
Yeah.
And it was kind of a mixed style. So Marv 1 basically went to a gunfight with a rock. You know what I'm saying? And so Murder Mook came with writtens. He came with all these different type of things.
Yeah.
And Marv 1 famously said that he thought Mook was the best freestyler he's ever seen because he was under the pressure.
He thought he was freestyle.
He thought it was a freestyle battle because it was a foreign concept. And I remember this growing up in Minnesota was, freestyle battle? Yeah. Like, you wrote that beforehand. But Mook had, in his mind, because he'd been doing it since 2003 on camera with the 4th Smack DVD, I believe, versus Jay Mills. So in his mind, he wasn't doing anything wrong. He was doing exactly what he was supposed to. Yeah. But no one gave the memo to Marv 1. So anyway, it's not being released because...
So it's just because Mook bodied him.
Yeah, because he made Marv look bad, apparently, like really bad.
But it was in 2004. Put it out.
I agree.
You know how many views that would do of a Murder Mook body on cam?
Yeah. I mean, I have no idea why they don't just put it out or sell it or, I'll give you... I can't get that much money for it because they ain't gonna get that much views.
People want to see the battle.
People would love to see it, but
that's for sure.
Yeah, it sucks, man. Like I wish it would be out. Yeah.
Well, back to what we was talking about. So I got Kayshawn winning. I got Kayshawn winning. Pretty clearly, like you said, I don't think that if Rex tried his best that he could still beat a Kayshawn that's angry and polished. Because Kayshawn is clearly angry. Like T-Rex, when he was doing the interviews talking about the battle, he didn't really seem all that angry.
He doesn't seem like he cares, but Kayshawn really cares. So
yeah.
Honestly,
it seems like Kayshawn wants the battle more.
It could be a wash, honestly. Like Kayshawn could kill him because
it could be body of the night.
Because not just the emotions or caring about the battle more, but also the fact that the crowd clearly is going to prefer Kayshawn. You know, like I think,
really, you think so?
Oh, for sure. I mean,
what if Rex goes first?
Doesn't matter, right?
It doesn't matter. Okay.
I think the vast majority of newer fans, which I think are going to make up most of the people, because you have a lot of people who have been into battle rap for a long, long time and don't go to URL events as much because they're busy or they've already been, like me. Like I've been to several URL events, but I haven't been in the past 2 years or so just because I'm like, oh, I've already done that, So not like that, but just like I definitely want to go. Like I can't make it to Nome, but I'm trying to make it to the next one after that. But so. It's basically like the people who are going to make up the crowd. I believe you're going to have, and this is totally just a guess, 20% to 30%, like people who've been watching battle rap for a really long time and have a full understanding of everything and would have appreciation for both of them. Yeah. But I think maybe 60% of the crowd at least is going to be people who are really more in tune with the past 2 or 3 years. And then because of that,
because they're the one buying the tickets,
because they're the one buying the tickets,
they want to see these battlers. Yeah. And since there's like 5 newer battlers on the card, it's like.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wouldn't be surprised if you go there and you ask some people in line and you say, "Tell me about T-Rex." They'll say he battled Math Alpha, he was friends with Kayshawn,
he died to Clips.
Yeah. They'll say that too. they'll say like a couple things, but like
he got the thing on his ear.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but if you ask about Kayshawn, I think they'll have a lot more to say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, I just say that I don't think the crowd is gonna hate on Rex, but I feel like they're definitely. I don't want to.
If Rex doesn't come in there on 10, the crowd's gonna turn on him like that.
Yes.
Because if Rex comes in there that first round and is spitting bullshit, that crowd,
If Kayshawn's first round doesn't end him. But if Rex's first round doesn't hit,
it's over.
The crowd doesn't fucking care.
The crowd is gonna let it be a 3-0.
If you've never been to a URL event, URL events are like the crowd is like a living organism. It's hard to describe, but like it's everyone comes together and we go crazy. Like
it's not like half the room's gonna be booing and the other half's gonna be cheering. Yeah. No, it's everyone's gonna be booing. Like because that's the thing to do at that moment. Like it's like when you see like on like TV shows like, oh, time to cheer. It's like, oh, everyone starts cheering. Oh, I didn't hear the bar, but fuck it, like I didn't hear the bar. Like, you know what I mean? Like it happens a lot.
And I think also another thing again with new fans, and like I don't mean as a diss to anyone who's new to battle rap, but among new fans sometimes you see people who overreact to certain things because they want to be heard on camera, or B,
it sounds good.
Or B, they just want to be part of the thing. So I think that also goes for booing and heckling. So I think people might want to be heard on camera saying, just like when they did that to Verb versus K-Shine, "You're dead!" Like that could happen to Rex. I mean, when you have Irving Plaza, off the top of my head, 800 capacity, 900 capacity, 1,000 capacity. Like it's not quite Webster Hall size, but anyway, it's enough people where you can do anything anonymously. Like I could yell out, anything, and no one would know it's me. It's me. So you don't have to deal with the repercussions, which means you have more heckling. You have more people booing.
That's what happened during the Danny and Steams battle. If you listen to the second round, like Danny's already like 8 bars in. All you hear is "Don't die, don't die." Why are you telling him don't die still?
And I didn't come here to fucking listen. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't go all the way up to New York to fucking hear some random ass person in the crowd.
That's from New York.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that
fuck outta here.
that took one bus over.
Yeah, they walked down the street. They took the subway.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And I spent 2.5 hours getting here and shit. And you're just gonna ruin the battle for me. That's a whole other topic. But Kayshawn wins this battle.
Yeah.
Not 90% of the time.
All right.
The 10% is if T-Rex does something unexpected.
Something crazy would happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
All right. What do you think Battle of the Night is, man?
let me go back.
So you got Briz Ill Will. You got Suge and Av. You got Chess and Tay Rock. You got the two main events, Goods and T Top, and Rex and Shun.
Just for
I think Chess and Tay Rock. Now, thinking about it, I think Chess and Tay Rock might be Battle of the Night.
I think Tay-Rock might have performance tonight.
Really?
I don't think. I mean,
He could. He could.
okay.
He could wow out. Like, this is, if Tay Rock ever had an opportunity to really wow out and catch a body on someone, it's now.
Yeah.
Like, you're on Nome.
I got
This is Chess's second battle on a stage this big. This is like your 30th. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could literally wow on him and probably get a 3-0 simply because the crowd wants to see you wow out again.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is the perfect opportunity. Like, Tay Rock, you don't battle a lot of people you're taller than. Bark on this little nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're taller than him. You like, stand over him, bark on him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to almost in this battle. Because if Tay Rock is lackluster, chilling back, then all we're going to do is sit here and just be like, oh, okay, that was cool. Now Chess goes, the A to BMT, like the movie whack. Ah! Like, everybody go, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody go crazy. Like, because Chess, I feel like Chess might have better or more creative bars, I guess you should say. Like, he has more creative bars, but Tay Rock his bars have more meaning.
Yeah. Like we're talking about the veteran thing. I mean,
Feed him like my dollar stuck.
Right.
That broke the room, and it's not even like, it's literally just him being angry. Like, he's just angry, and it's like, yes, you're angry at him. Like, that's what we want to see. Like,
when you can basically make a medium bar into an amazing bar just by the way you do it, that just shows how good you are at battle rap. And that's something Tay-Rock can do. I don't think Chess can do.
I didn't think about that.
For Battle of the Night, Suge and Av, I think, because Av, unless again, which I expect at some point he's gonna falter, because it just has to happen eventually, right?
Yeah.
I think that Suge and Av are gonna be the top, or the best Battle of the Night, because Suge pretty much always is good, and Av pretty much always does amazing.
Yeah.
So you know, it's
Pretty
just
much,
that's what's gonna happen.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Let's say you said Tay Rock performance of the night.
Could be. K-Shine maybe.
I was gonna say K-Shine.
Yeah.
Like, I think K-Shine is gonna have performance of the night.
Yeah.
I think he really wants this battle.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see K-Shine losing this battle.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, it's like a 90% to 10%. The only way that K-Shine loses this battle is if,
Oh yeah.
like, it would literally have to be the wildest thing in the world for K-Shine to lose this.
So if Rex comes with it, which I just don't think he's going to, but if Rex comes with it, that would be Battle of the Night, because K-Shine is not gonna not come with it.
And the build up, to the battle, it means so much.
There's no way that K-Shine goes there and does bad. Like, unless it's unforeseen circumstances with whatever,
Yeah.
or he gets sick, or you know whatever. But there's no way he goes up there and does bad.
Yeah.
So if T-Rex does good, that's Battle of the Night.
Gotcha.
It's all up to you, Rex.
What about Suge? If Suge does good, then it's up to...
Suge's gonna do good no matter what. Like,
You think Suge's gonna do good, or you think he's gonna just do?
I think he's gonna do good. I think he's gonna do good. Like,
You think this is gonna be the best Suge we see?
No, but I think it's gonna be good.
Doesn't he have to be the best Suge that we've ever seen?
No, not at all.
What's a Suge that could beat the Av we saw versus Chess?
Let me think. If I say this, I'm gonna get so many angry.
No, go ahead, say it, because for its time, it might have been a better performance.
Okay. Shotgun Suge versus Calico is a great performance in my mind, and it's completely different than what Av does.
Yeah.
Av is a puncher. Shotgun Suge was just talking that shit. And it's completely different. It's basically not even the same genre. You know what I'm saying? So, but
Because times have changed so much.
times have changed so
That's
much.
why
Yeah.
I tell people, if you look at the bars
Mhm.
that were said in Sue Surf versus Big T.
Oh yeah.
Now this is like this is the debate like top 5 URL battles all time debate,
You're like,
right?
what?
Yeah, exactly. Like you go back and watch that battle, listen to the bars, and then you watch Ryder versus Chef Trez, a PG battle.
Yeah.
What bars were better?
Right.
It's like by a
That's
landslide.
That's real. I mean, same thing with JC versus Chilla Jones, also widely regarded to be one of the best battles of all time. Period.
For that time.
And
if you watch it today, though,
if you
it's not as much of a like.
I connect with it more as somebody who's been watching, you know, just because I saw it at the time, and I was
Facts,
like,
yeah,
and so if I saw you know Chef and Ryder, you know, I might not look at it the same way, but it's hard.
It's just like looking at the bars.
Yeah.
Pound behind his head like the Scorpions thing. What bar from Big T or Surf was better than that?
Oh, Big T. Now again, this is times have changed because this would not be a thing.
Facts.
Bunny ears, man.
That was against K-Shine on what, Summer Madness? That was
it was
Nome?
It was Nome 3.
Nome 3.
Nome 3. And
K-Shine was terrible.
It was insane in the building. I've been to so many battle rap events.
Yeah.
And I have never seen a reaction like that ever. Like
the bunny ears?
The bunny ears line. I was hugging random people that were we were like, ah, just screaming at each other, like, ah, like just like punching each other, like it was insane. But nowadays, if I said if I did a piece wordplay,
yeah,
maybe if I made it really good, like someone would be like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But at the
that's
time,
so true.
At the time, like I remember I was punching this dude. Like, yeah, he's like, yeah, he punched me. Like, fuck yeah! Like I felt like I was in a mosh pit or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to Nome. You know, unfortunately, I can't make it to the main day, but I am gonna be at the PGs, and the PGs are gonna be great. Shout out Hungry. Hungry's battling on the PGs, and you guys gotta keep your ears out for him. He's gonna do good. He's from Iowa, so close enough to Minnesota, you know.
So might do those predictions sometime. I definitely don't know the whole card.
I definitely don't.
All I know Mr. Mills versus our streets. I know that one.
That's gonna be.
It's gonna be.
That's
fire.
gonna be really good.
Yeah.
But all right.
It is what it is. I'll catch you guys later. It's your boy Rome DMV.
Minnesota
Minnesota Luke. We out.